Hello to all my brothers and sisters of the light, and welcome to another edition of You Are Awesome. In the game of poker, the top hand is a royal flush. That's an ace, king, queen, jack, and 10 of the same suit. This beats all other hands. Now for this example, imagine that in the game of life, the ego will never have a royal flush because the ego doesn't have access to all that is. That means when you're in the Christ mind, going through your day, no matter what the ego throws at you, you can always beat it because you always have the highest hand. Even if someone is attacking you, you literally can stop the attack by playing Christ's royal flush. I read an incredible story about Ali Perez, a detective with the San Diego Sheriff's Office. While serving a warrant, he found himself in a losing battle against the suspect who ambushed him when he arrived with a high-powered rifle. As Detective Perez lay on the floor dying, he had a revelation about his divine identity as well as the divine identity of the suspect, Dan Witzek. In one astounding moment, he played his royal flush, meaning he remembered his Christhood and could rebuke the ego's fearful presentation by seeing through it to peace and love. He looked right in the gunman's eyes and said, "God bless you, brother," which caused the gunman to put down his rifle and surrender. There's a Course in Miracles teacher named David Hoffmeister who was at a female friend's house watching a movie one night. He was on the floor and she was on the couch. They suddenly saw her abusive ex-husband looking through the window in a jealous rage. He stormed through the front door and grabbed David's shirt, ready to strike him. But instead of accepting the ego's fear, David looked at the man with complete peace in his eyes and chose to only see the Christ in himself and the Christ in this other man. He played his royal flush. And from out of nowhere, the gal that was sitting on the couch tackled her ex like a football player and removed him immediately from David. She then grabbed him and threw her ex-husband out of the house with the strength of 10 men. And he never returned. I believe that there were a few angels helping her take care of business in that moment. There are many other stories where people rebuke the attack of others by staying in their connection with Source and peace and love and knowing instead of being sucked into the temptation of the ego's drama and fear. So no matter what's happening in your life, you always have everything it takes to beat the ego's fear, which really stands for false evidence appearing real. And it's not just people, it's any situation that's causing you to lose your peace. When your bank account is looking low, or you're in a car accident, or there's a scary issue going on at work or home, remember that it's all up here. This is where the battle is really taking place. And when you laugh at the ego's fear and settle back into your peace and say, no, this need not be, in a gentle, knowing way, and say, I do not accept this, and I will not experience this, the ego dissolves back into the nothingness from which it came. And since the world is a projection of mine, if it's gone here, it's gone there. Absolutely. The reason this works is because we're still right in the middle of the kingdom of heaven, seeing it through a glass darkly. And because we're in the middle of the kingdom of heaven, God's laws are still the law of the land. Even though our ego has distorted things in such a way that we think those laws are gone or somewhere else. And that's the ego's biggest deception, that we separated from Source and lost our power. We never did. And we have all the power of heaven and earth in every moment to rebuke all attack, all fear, all forms of lack and discord, and play our royal flush in every moment to override all those distortions with peace, love, abundance, and clarity. You are awesome. You are all powerful. You are eternal. You are magnificent. You are amazing. And I believe in you. Trust, create, love, serve. I love you all.